someone like Welson, Sim, other people, if you told them that they're going to do 350, they would shake your hand and take it immediately. For Welson Sim, it's like 350. What a horrible time that is, 350, because he's been clocking those times and have been absolutely crazy over the last couple of years. As I said, it all started in Singapore, of course, not just the SEA Games, then the year after when he swam in the national age group champs and qualified with an A qualifying time for the Olympic Games. Then he lowered the national record of the Olympic Games and then lowered the national record again in Monte Carlo. So he lowered the national record 3 times in the space of 12 months.
He looks like he has the height for it as well. Look at him. I mean, he's a lot taller than the other 2 competitors, so very much following the style of Sun Yang, right? Fairly tall, slender, skinny for a long-distance swimmer. And again, we talked about Joe's body earlier, how he's bulked up a lot, and that's why he's focusing more on the shorter sprint events, given the power that he's had. And you can see that Welson is a little bit skinnier, taller, very slender, his body a lot more suited towards the longer distance, where power is not as necessary.
I was about to say, I hope we get to see shots of Welson and his swim again, because there are some similarities with Sun Yang's swim and that high vertical catch of his, and hopefully that we can watch it all over again. But it's never too bad, isn't it, to actually follow suit of Sun Yang's swimming style. I mean, that is probably the premier middle to long distance swimming style that you can copy in the world of swimming today. So Malaysia's first of hopefully 3 gold medals from Welson Sim comes in day 1 of competition, a day where only Singapore have been multi-medalist, multi-gold medalist, I should say. Big moment for Malaysia. It's 5 in a row in this event now for the Malaysians, who won 3 golds at the last SEA Games, and they've certainly got off to a great start here. Khairi Jamaluddin, perfect person to get out the medals. It's been a good day for Vietnam as well. In every race, they have been on the podium. And this boy, I know we're going to do the 1500 meters freestyle in a couple of days' time. Really, Gerald should have an eye out on this boy. He's young, and he looks to be the next big star from Vietnam. Nguyen Hu Kim Son, who has lowered his very own national record in the 1500 meters freestyle. And I saw that swim. It was very impressive. If he takes that form, Welson might have some problems in that 1500 race. Aflah, Prawira, who has been clocking very good times this year, including a new national record, wins the silver medal. So this race went according to form, with the gold medalist and a new SEA Games record belonging to Welson Sim, the first swimmer since Thorlap Setsoton to defend his SEA Games crown. Thorlap did it in 95 and 97. And Welson Sim hopes to start the Sim dynasty in the 400 meters freestyle. The biggest win streak, Tan Tuan Heng, William Wilson and Jeffrey Ong, who won this event 4 times in a row. And if he continues his development 4 times in a row, should be thereabouts in the near future. In 2021, that might just come true for Welson Sim. Malaysian record holder, the SEA Games record holder. Welson Sim, the defending champion, defends. The surprise in this event, Gerald, was Wang Ki-Fok, one of the big swimmers in Southeast Asia over the past couple of SEA Games. In fact, since the turn of the decade, not even making it for his events today. Looking, of course, at this event, and I think the 50 meters butterfly as well, where he didn't make the finals. Both events he lost out on in the heat, so might be a loss of form in terms of Ki-Fok.
I think some people, you know, are a little bit overconfident in the heat. That could have, that's usually the case, right? Especially for someone that's as big name as him that misses out on making the final. You know, they think that they can just easily stroll into the finals, and usually that is the case. But you know, I think he maybe misjudged it a little bit this morning in terms of timing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was actually calling on the heats this morning in the 400 meters freestyle. It's almost as if someone told him it was 200, because he went burning out for the first 200, and the next thing you know, the swimmers were catching up on him and overtaking him for fun, and he missed out on the finals altogether. But anyway, even if he was in the final, he wouldn't have caught this boy. I mean, there was no one who was close enough in the field to catch Welson. And you were saying that you were so surprised that he actually took it out so strong in the first 50 meters, first 100 actually.
I was, but I think he just wanted to make a statement, right? Just take it out there and see if he can hang on. I think he's obviously done. He's obviously the best in Southeast Asia in this race. He knows what he's doing, and that's usually how he runs his races, right? I mean, he goes out fast. On the other hand, we saw Sheng that does it the other way around. He typically pulls back a little bit, tries to negative split his races, where his second half of the race is much faster than the first half. So I think each swimmer typically has their own style of swimming this race. The way that Welson does it is obviously a lot more painful in the way that he takes it out, right? But that typically was how you know, you saw a lot of the Australian great distance swimmers used to do it. Like when you talked about Ian Top, Grant Hackett, if you look back at their races, 400-meter races, they always took it out in the first 100, right? They were way ahead of everybody else, and they just tried to hold on, which they typically could do.
Yep. Someone like Sun Young is going the other way around, of course, because he is probably the fastest in terms of the final 50 meters freestyle in a 400 or 1500 race that you've ever seen in the world. But Welson Sim has started out strong, and you've swum in front of a home crowd before back in 1993 in Singapore. How much of that actually gives you that adrenaline? So sometimes it goes out of your window, the form goes out of your window. You're saying, I'm not going to go fast in the first 50, but because of the crowd pumping you up, and then you go in the pool, and the next thing you lose your mind.
You do, right? I mean, but I guess that's why you train, and that's why you have coaches there, you have psychologists there. You know, you're mentally prepared for it. You know what to expect. You know, we train over 2 years, you know, 10 times a week for a race like this. You don't want to have the nerves or the adrenaline to take you out of your game, right? You have a strategy. You work towards your strength, whether it's to go out fast or come back fast. You have your own strategy, and you must make sure that you stick to it, despite what's going on with the crowd.
Well, let's see if we can listen into what Welson has to say about that gold medal.
Fantastic swim from everyone. I can see everyone is breaking their own national record. This is coming from 3, Vietnam, Singapore and Indonesia. It's awesome swim, very good. Everyone is pushing each other very hard, and also for me, I went out faster than I normally do. Maybe I was nervous at first, but yeah, I managed to get a goal. Yeah, it's very good.
On the catatan, you rasa this one better, or you can do much more better?
This is already my best. As I said, I was nervous, so maybe I can go faster if I got someone to race with me at the last 100 or the last 200. Yeah, someone to race with it would be better. Yeah.
So apa target next?
My next target, actually tomorrow got 4x1 freestyle, and Malaysia will try our best to get a medal for Malaysia. And after that, I got 200-meter individual on Wednesday. Yeah, hopefully another gold medal.
Listen, after schooling berjaya memastikan title world champion dari itu kan, so daripada apa yang dia dah dapat tu, ada tak you borak dengan